My personal journey into having an interest in metabolic health came from studying sports and exercise medicine at Bath University with an interest in how can humans optimise their own health. Looking at athletes and then comparing the model that athletes use to the everyday population, I became rapidly aware that there are numerous factors that help us as humans, and if you think of us as an engine, help the engine run better. Once my eyes were open to the importance of things like nutrition and physical activity and sleep, my whole perspective on health changed. On a very personal level, I've always enjoyed running. About 5 years ago, I was doing 3 or 4 marathons per year. By no means an expert or an elite athlete, but I wasn't getting too bad at times, and I was certainly putting the hours in for training. However, my waist size, I always carried what is commonly known as an insulin tyre, which is that bit of extra weight around your middle. So despite me working hard at the burning the calories, and I ate reasonably healthily, a few sugary things here and there, this weight around my middle always remained. One Christmas I suffered an attack of appendicitis and ended up having my appendix removed. So I had 3 weeks to focus my energy in the recovery stage on something outside of my normal day job, which was a wonderful break to have and opportunity to take advantage of. So I dove into the literature and the journals and the science articles and the books related to metabolic health. And I emerged from that 3 weeks with a new understanding of how we can optimise our health and fix disease.
As a keen sportsman, I've always been very interested in keeping physically active, but I realised with my current job role, I was being less and less active, and I was beginning to feel the implications of that on a personal level. I've addressed my own lifestyle factors, and I'm beginning to feel the benefits of my healthier lifestyle on my sleep, my attitude, my mental health, and my work efficiency. I also have the personal background of having unmodifiable factors in my DNA, in the sense that my family history is very strong with cardiovascular risk factors such as heart attacks and negative cardiac health, and also a strong family history of type 2 diabetes. So it's very important for me to keep consistent with my own metabolic health journey.
Just prior to the appendicitis, I'd signed up for my first ever ultramarathon. This one was a 52-mile run, which was going to be taking place in the following June. Ultramarathons, a lot of people do them now. You put the hours in, and there's no reason many of us shouldn't be able to complete 52 miles, even though it sounds a lot. Actually, with some training, it's doable for people. Unfortunately for me, the appendix operation took 3 months out of my life when I could do no running. Then, in the lead up to the ultramarathon, I was pretty time restricted through work pressures, and also obviously my fitness had dropped hugely. So in the last 3 months leading up to the ultramarathon, I managed to do 10 training runs. Most of them were around about 5 to 6 miles, and I did one very slow 15-mile run. The day before the 52-mile ultramarathon, I thought, hang on a minute, this is ridiculous. I've not done the training for this. However, my friend persuaded me to continue and enter, saying you could always drop out halfway through. For the 6 months leading up to the ultramarathon, though, I had been meticulously looking at my nutrition to optimise my metabolic health. I was not expecting what happened to my body during the ultramarathon. I was not expecting, and it was a revolution to me. At about mile 30, I had this enormous wave of good feeling and euphoria come over me. Through the ultramarathon, I ate very little, whereas other people on the run were stopping at every 5-mile aid station, filling up on sugary drinks, sugary foods, and you could see them starting to fatigue before they got to the next aid station. I wasn't experiencing any of this. The ultramarathon finished in an okay time for an amateur. It was about 12 hours and 20 minutes. But what really surprised me when I finished it was my energy levels were still fine. I happily walked the 1.5 miles home, and I got up the next day still feeling good. This was my real moment of, hang on a minute, we are humans. We're designed to exercise all day without having to refuel ourselves if we wire our body and our biochemistry that we can tap into our 50 to 60,000 calories of fat stores that most of us carry around if we're a healthy weight.